Hi, so today we're gonna play with some pumpkins. As you can see here, it's fall time and we're stuck at home right now with COVID and the year of 2020. So I thought it would be fun to play with some string and make some pumpkin string art. So I did this last week with my Girl Scout troop and all the girls loved it, and they're about the age of 10. Most of the girls are 10. So I think that you can do this with your kids or as an adult, whatever. I still love to play with crafts myself. So any kid from probably the age of like 5 up to 12 would need some help. I mean, I suppose you could do 4, but really the younger your kiddo, the more help you're going to have to be involved with them. So what you will need is some string, and I found pictures on the computer. I just searched for free clip art and it shows you so many different examples of different kinds. I put in my search bar for Halloween, so I found a spider web. I thought about fall, just a leaf. And then just as a creative idea, just the letter H. The letter H for Halloween, obviously, but it could be the letter of your kiddo's name or any other reason. If you're doing it for Thanksgiving, maybe you'd want a different letter on there. This one my daughter did with the group, with me leading them, and it's the bat. I don't have, oh, I do have it here. This shows the size that I didn't print this off. You could print it, but I just pulled it up on the computer and then I changed the size. So I'm going to use a small white pumpkin today. So you don't want it to be too big and too small. So I blew it up to the right size and then I just traced it with my paper. I put my paper right on the computer and then I traced my clip art shape, and then you want to cut it out. So you don't want to cut it out on the lines themselves because that's too close. You're actually going to use nails and your hammer and follow the lines on the shape that you pick for your pumpkin. Today we're going to do the spider web. So I'm going to start with this pumpkin. I'm going to look at it and try to find the best front for it because some of them are funny shapes. So I found that we'll use this the wide part here. Just hold that where you want it and grab your nail and a hammer. And you will start with one of the little points. I'm going to start with the little point at the top of the web. I'm not going to hammer the nail all the way flat because you need to leave some of it up for the string to loop around as you go through and you start to connect your string on all the nails that you set into place. So this takes a while. I'll probably speed up the film for this, but for now I'm going to start hammering. And be careful though, I will warn you to make sure that you put a nail at each point. Put one nail there. If it has a curve, you'll want to add some more nails to show that curve. If you only do a nail at each point, when you use the string, it will be straight and you won't see the curve. So there's no specific number of nails needed, but just kind of follow your gut and add them. And the nice part with playing with a pumpkin with this is if you accidentally hammer that nail flat, you can just use your nails and pull it back up. Just be careful. I used some just some silver nails. On this one we used the white. They are called paneling nails, but I went today to buy more and they're gone. So it doesn't matter. If you're doing an orange pumpkin, maybe you'd use the brown ones, or you could just use the metal. It's fine. Whatever you find is good enough. It's going to be covered with the string anyway, so don't really get upset if you can't find the exact right nail. So I'm going to go ahead and nail. I'll be quiet for a while because I can't sign and nail at the same time. So like I said, I'll probably speed up the film for this part, but for now I'm going to nail, okay? This nailing with young kids is really good for their fingers, that they get strong with holding a hammer and the nail at the same time. It's good for them to practice because that will help them prepare for writing in school or coloring or anything they need to do as they grow up. So far I've done all the lines, but now I'm going to go back and I'm going to catch those curves. So I'm going to add some more nails for the curves now. Now I want to make sure that I don't miss any of my crossing places or any curves. The tricky part with this is once you've taken off the paper and you've pulled that off, you can't see the pattern anymore because you've pulled it off, and it's going to be all torn because you hammered in through the paper. So be really careful that you can remember what it looked like when you start to string it, that you don't end up with some strange picture that looks nothing like what you traced from your clip art. So here's what I have. I'm going to make sure that my nails are all about the same height. You can just tap some of them in. And I'm not so sure you can see it very well on the camera, but I think I have all my points in there. I've got all my curves. So now I'm going to pull the paper off carefully. Okay, so on this one we used a colorful string, but this one I think it would look cool with this gray and white one that I have. So we're going to use this one. Let me find the end. You can use yarn, you can use twine, you could use rope, you could use even your kitchen string that's white if you're using the orange, or some of the really cool, like a green pumpkin that they sell now. They have the really cool ones. You can pick, I mean, the world is open, whatever you decide. So I found the end of my string, I'm going to start like you're tying a shoe. To where you just loop it around one time. Loop it around. You end up with what I call a pretzel shape because it has the loop with the two tails on it. You create this loop here. If you can see it very well. So in that hole, I'm gonna string it on one of my nails. It's hard to see now with without the paper. When you pull it down, it will hold itself because it has all the fibers. It'll just hold, so you don't have to double knot. You just one tie is enough. So I'm going to trim off the extra. And then you just start following your paper if you have any left to follow, and just start on the nail. You've knotted it here, and then you'll go to the next nail and loop it around, and then just keep going, looping as you go. Sometimes it will spring off, but you just have to be patient and keep going, and I promise that when you're all done, you're gonna love it. It's gonna look like this one. It's just gonna look really neat. But the process now it's a lot of patience. So that's why if you decide to go ahead and try it with a younger child, understand they're probably going to be off doing something else while you continue to string on the design. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, that last part, if you notice some of the string, when I was looping it, it like sprung and I had to go back and keep doing it again. So again, that patience is really important. So the last part is a little bit hard with tying that last knot to finish it. But again, the string just holds it. So here's what we have. We have the web now. So we finished with this picture, and now it's on the pumpkin, and it's so cute, and you can decorate your house and put it on the porch out front. I mean, we know that this pumpkin isn't going to last forever, so that's fine. It's just fun for a little activity to do on a rainy day. It's raining today here. So anyway, I hope you loved it. I will go ahead and see you next time. Bye.